Hi, and welcome to today's interview with one of our awesome LCU18 speakers. Today, I'm very privileged to be able to speak to a guy I think you recognize from the other side of the world. Welcome, Gary Fettke.
Good evening. It's good afternoon, I think, for you guys, but it's night time here.
It's noon in Sweden, but it's so wonderful that we are able to do something like this and being awake, both of us. So super fun. We just get started with the questions. Who are you, Gary?
Look, I'm a happily married father of three seemingly well-adjusted children. And as a side interest, I'm an orthopedic surgeon that developed, the whole concept of low carb for myself, the family, and then I've been on a health journey for a long, long time. Yeah. But my major interest in low carb came as a role as an orthopedic surgeon, and then that whole role of obesity, diabetes, and so family first, surgeon second, low carb fits right in the middle there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. What three words would describe you best?
I don't know if it's best that I use those words, but a lot of people use the word stubborn.
It's good.
I'm passionate, and I think family. I come back to that because once I've locked onto something, I'm clearly passionate about it. If you know you're right, or as I say, once you see the results, let's say of low carb, you can't unsee them. And this is about my family. So it's about myself, the immediate family, and then the extended family. And then I'll call the low carb community out there as all part of family. So passionate, stubborn family.
Great. So in one sentence, what led you into the low carb way of living?
Oh, bitter. I can't ever say it in one sentence. I'm always talking too much.
Okay, you can get three then.
Look, again, it's self-interest. It's my own health journey. I've had cancer. I was pre-diabetes. I was a fat kid. Problems with blood pressure. All those things that a lot of the speakers that have had their own health journey. And I thought I was doing it right as a doctor and surgeon. I was following the guidelines. I was eating properly, exercising to try for my health, and all of that doesn't work. And so when I started doing the opposite and not eating processed food and not eating the carbs, my health improved. Yeah. So it's doing the opposite of what I've been told to do for decades, improved my health, and then that, welcome to low carb, healthy fat living.
Yeah. I think that's a very common way to get into this way of eating and lifestyle. Actually, quite often more than just wanting to lose weight. It's the health.
It's about healthy living, first of all. Yeah. And I say you've got to get your body healthy first. The weight loss, the weight control comes second.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. So what topic in the low carb world is most interesting to you right now?
Right now, and I'll say really where Belinda and I are both coming from, is that because I've been in trouble with the authorities for talking about this, I'm still the only doctor in the world who's not allowed to advise about sugar and nutrition. Yeah. And that may change it over time. But as Belinda's saying, like myself, Tim Noakes, others who are under the profile here are talking about the science, and we're going blue in the face. And so where we're at this point in time is the science is fascinating. And that's interesting. And some of the speakers will be talking about that. But where we're at the moment is, why isn't this becoming mainstream? What are the vested interests that are stopping this process of people getting healthier? And so a lot of our work in the last few years has been identifying the vested interests. And it's not just money, it's about ideology, it's about concepts, vegetarianism, and how that's actually been controlling our guidelines at an international level for 100 years, right through to World Health Organization. So I suppose it's low carb is our passion, but our interest at the moment is, why isn't it becoming completely and utterly mainstream? And so, and we've been writing extensively about that, lecturing, And so I think a lot of people are finding that interesting when they find out what are the vested interests, where are the blockages, not just in Australia, but in the US, the UK, Europe, internationally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm so fascinated to meet you, to meeting you in November to hear more about this, because it's you're like a warrior. I love it.
Well, I didn't mean to become a warrior on this. It just happened because I'm stubborn, you know.
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah,
it comes back, stubbornness.
Yes. What is the one thing you wish that everybody knew about low carb eating?
That it's actually really easy.
Yeah.
You know, there's this complete fear of it.
Yes.
People come to our house for a meal and they think they're going to starve, and they think it's going to be terrible food, and it's actually that it is easy. And one of the things, a lot of people get upset about trying to do it 100%. It's okay to do it 70% or 80%, and don't get upset when you can't do it 100%.
Yes.
For me, I've got my own vested interest. I do it 100%. It's actually easier to do it 100% than 90% and feel guilty.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, I don't. What people eat doesn't matter, and that's. But they can control that. And that's really, really critical. Yeah. And if you do it a little bit, then you're on that journey. In 5 years' time, you might be doing it differently.
Yeah. Because
don't get guilty.
Yeah, I've been doing it for almost 10 years now, and I haven't been doing the same thing all those years.
And we're all still learning.
Yeah, exactly. And that is so interesting with all this.
And it's different when you're a teenager to being a young adult. It's hard to do it as a parent. And like Belinda and I do it easy now because all of our children have left home.
Yeah.
So, we don't have to feed them at certain hours. Like and if one of us is hungry and the other one isn't, then we just eat at different times. We're together and we chat, but neither feels guilty. So low carb is a lifestyle, and it's different at different stages of your life as well.
Yes. Tell me about it. I'm menopausal.
No, you can't be. You look too young, right?
Oh, I am. I'm 52 actually, so I'm very.
You told me you're only 22 and I'm 85.
I was lying. Get used to it. So, what would you consider to be a true joy in your life, Gary?
Oh, look, I come back to family.
Yeah.
That's it. And if you've got a healthy family around you, then that makes all the difference. And as a family, we've had a health journey without going into the details of it here. Mine, our children, other family members around us. And when they're healthy and you know that you've actually made a big difference to their health, and low carbs definitely played a major role in our family's health, and to see them get better, that's the joy. Nothing more or less.
Huh. Well said. Actually.
And that extended family, I mean, it just keeps going.
Yes, absolutely. And you will get a bigger, huge extended family after being in Mallorca. I can tell you that, because we're like a big, just fantastic family. So the last question: what expectations do you have for LCU18?
Oh, look, there's definitely some old friends I'll be catching up with, and who are other speakers, and I know that we'll make new friendships out of it.
You sure will.
One of my joys, which I do with my students and with my peers, is to actually, for want of a better term, screw with your heads. So I'm going to twist your thinking around to make you look at things a bit differently. And low carbs it. And so a lot of times I enjoy, that whole mental stimulation of people who are on the same journey, and we're all at different stages.
Yes, we are.
And so everyone brings something to it, as long as everyone gets a voice. And that I find meetings like that, and the one that you're running is going to be intimate. So all those discussions that can happen, rather than just having straight out lectures, those discussions that happen at, in the morning or at, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Like this 24/7, those days. So during those days, so
that should be good.
It's a lovely. it's wonderful. People just talking and making friendship and everything. So, yeah. So that was the last question. If you want to meet Gary Fettke and take part of his enormous knowledge, you should very much come to Low Carb Universe 2018 in Mallorca in November, and you will find all the information and the tickets on our website. Thank you very much, Gary. It was an honor talking to you and very much fun as well.
The honours each way. All right, Peter. Thank you.
See you in November.
See you soon. Okay.